of the line after that. And people always ask me, like, is it lonely growing up as an only child? Do you does it get boring or whatever? And I grew up with a best friend that was from a family of 9, so I kind of was over there all the time, and I got my fill of it. So needless to say, I kind of enjoy my space. When is your birthday? July 5th, 1986 is when I was born, and I was like 4 hours short of July 4th, which is a bummer, but it's still good. I'm still happy with it. What's your inspiration for your songs? For me, I really enjoy just writing from just my imagination and just sort of coming up with an idea off the cuff and letting my imagination just run with it, and kind of just letting the songs write themselves, more or less. To me, that's always really interesting because it kind of gives an outsider's perspective, this sort of ambiguous, abstract aesthetic to something, written by somebody who hasn't really experienced a lot growing up. I haven't really been that many places until I started touring, so just writing songs from the imagination has always been so inspiring in and of itself. Where do you come up with your abstract charisma for your songs? Is there a certain person or thing that motivates you? There again, just really imagination. I just love pulling from my kind of daydreams more than I do my own personal, scenarios and my own set of life issues and stuff. So, yeah. Do meeting fans scare you? Yeah, sort of. I'm really shy. I'm really introverted, and ironically, big groups of people are pretty scary to me. So, yeah, and that kind of makes me blush just thinking about it. But I love fans. They're so cute. They're so nice. They're so genuine, and that's like priceless. What's the best thing about being on tour? Oh man, I really love the feeling that everybody gets after we play a great show, and it's like time to get back on the bus and get back out on the road. And I love asking somebody, like, where are we going next? Like, what's tomorrow going to be like? And is it somewhere I've never been? Just the idea of moving on to the next place, just always being, somewhere new, never being in the same place for very long is my favorite part. What programs do you use to create your music? I've always been a huge Reason guy. I use this program called Reason, but for this new record, I've been using a lot of Logic, a lot of Pro Tools as well. So more or less just those three together: Reason, Logic, Pro Tools. This is so great. What's different about this record from Ocean Eyes? Overall, I think it's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit more polished. It's a little bit more conclusive. I think if you sort of play it down from top to bottom, it feels a little bit more finished than Ocean Eyes did. Mainly because I spent a lot of time kind of polishing my own craft as an engineer, as a producer, really getting to know the gear in the studio and just kind of making sure the sounds sounded good, like aesthetically, tonally, just making sure things felt very dynamic. So overall, I think it feels a little bit more fleshed out. What do you do in your free time? I used to skateboard a lot, like in high school, and once that sort of was lost on me, I just music is really all I ever do whenever I'm home, whenever I'm out on the road. It's like it just sort of saturates everything around me, and it's such a blessing to be able to do something I love as a career. And like 2 years ago, I was working in a warehouse for Coca-Cola, loading trucks, and it's like that was not my passion, So now that I'm able to do something I love so much, it's like it's so humbling in a really healthy way. So yeah, just playing music, just messing around with instruments, experimenting is what I love to do with my free time. What's the weirdest thing a fan has ever asked you to sign? Thankfully, we've never gotten, like, underwear thrown at us or, like, awkward, you know. Well, yeah, actually, we did have one time some underwear thrown, but that doesn't count. Like, just people's arms. Like, when people are like, yeah, just sign my arm right here, I'm always like, are you sure? Or maybe iPods, like, on the screen. One time someone wanted me to sign the screen on their iPod. Like, are you sure about this? That's kind of weird, because if I had a nice, phone or a nice iPod, I'd try to take care of it, even though I'm really bad with phones. But, yeah, phones and arms are probably probably the weirdest things. Pirates or ninjas? Probably ninja. I'm a sneaky guy, and there's something about being sneaky that's a little bit more interesting than being like bro. But not that pirates are bros. It's just sort of like, like hiding in the shadows is like a little bit cooler than like chopping off people's heads and and stuff. But yeah, I just want to say thanks so much for showing up to this chat. I feel like I'm sort of talking to myself, but I know I'm not, because I know there's people behind the screen. So I want to say thank you for showing up as well, and being on the other side. I just want to thank you so much for your support over the past 2 years. It's been a crazy whirlwind, but I'm so blessed to have you there and still hanging out with me and seeing what's next. You guys made Ocean Eyes such a success, and it really took everyone by surprise, me most of all, and I'm so grateful for that. So yeah, just as of now, I have a pretty special surprise for all of you. I'm kind of into sneaky surprises all the time, so I figured now is a good place to bring one out. But this is a copy of the new record, and which is in stores Tuesday. I'm very excited about it. I've actually never seen the hard copy until like right now. I finished the record in March, and so it's cool to see it like printed out and like not see it on the screen. But I'll just pop this in and play it for you. Just play the whole thing for you, and this will only happen once. So if you want to, you can call your brother or your grandpa or like your lunch lady or somebody that's really important to you, and tell them to tune in right now. So hold on one sec, and we'll get this queued up, and we'll see you on the road. Thank you.